Hello everybody. Welcome to CBSE Class 12 Python Libraries Part 1. Let us see what is a library. A library refers to a collection of modules and all these modules together cater to specific type of applications. In Python, there are many libraries and each library can have many modules within it. Let us see one by one. Some Python standard library modules are given under this. The first one is math module, which provides mathematical functions to support different type of mathematical calculations. And the next one is CMath module, specially designed for calculations of complex numbers. The next one is the statistics module. This provides statistical functions and for manipulating statistical data. The next one is the random module. This will provide many functions for generating pseudo-random numbers. Pseudo means false. So with this module, if you run your program, every time you run your program, it will create different types of random numbers based on the range specified by the user. The next one is URL lib module. URL is Uniform Resource Locator. It is mainly used for locating websites. So this URL lib module in Python provides URL handling functions to access specific websites from your Python program. The next library is NumPy library. So from the name itself, you can easily guess it is NumPy. So it is based on numbers. So this provides advanced mathematical functionalities and it will help you to create and manipulate numeric arrays. What is an array? Array is a collection of homogeneous type of data items. Say for example, I can have an integer array, a floating point array, a string array or a character array. And the next one is SciPy, that is based on scientific calculations. So this library provides many algorithmic and mathematical tools for scientific calculations mainly or mostly used in research. The next is the tkinter library. This helps us to produce GUI interface, that is graphical user interface for different types of applications. So with this tkinter library, we can create our own GUI interface. The next is matplotlib. From the name itself, you can easily guess. You can plot graphs, charts like that. So for reporting data in the form of charts or graphs, many types of charts can be drawn and many types of graphs can also be drawn with this matplotlib library. We move on to modularity. Modularity is nothing but dividing a bigger program into individual units called modules. And one module is a separate unit. It means that it is a complete unit which will perform a particular task. Actually, the aim of this modularity is to reduce the complexity of a bigger program. And each module, as it is a complete unit in itself, this will create a number of well-defined documented boundaries within a bigger program so that the program can be easily understood by the users. Another main advantage of this modularity is one module can be reused many number of times in other programs. Let us see the structure of a Python module. A Python module is simply a file with .py extension. So this .py file can contain one or more of the following objects. Let us see one by one. Docstring. Docstring is the triple quoted string that is given in a module. And this is mainly used for documentation purpose. The next one is variables and constants. You are all familiar with that. The next one is classes. Classes are a group of objects, and we can also say a class can act as a template to create many objects. So what does a class contain? A class contains many variables, constants and functions. Of course, objects are instances of a class. So for one particular class, we can create any number of objects. The next is, of course, statements. You are all familiar with statements. That is, those are the instructions that will instruct the Python interpreter to carry out a task. The next is functions. It's a block of code that will perform a complete task. And the functions can be called from the main program or from any other function. Let us see an example module here. See, the name of the module is converter.py, and here you can see the docstring, length conversion, centimeter to meter and meter to centimeter. And this is functions. There are two functions written inside this module. The first one, def cm of x colon function header. Under it another docstring is given, converting meter to centimeter. And one value is assigned to x and the return statement x star 100. The next function header, def m of y colon, another docstring within this function, converting centimeter to meter, and one value is given to a variable y and return y star 0.01. So let us see how to proceed with this. There is a function called help function which will return all the docstrings, the module name, a file name if any given in that, and the functions if any given in that module. Let us see how it works with this example. For that, in the IDLE screen, you have to first type this command, import the .py extension file name and help of the same file name. This will be the output. See here, name is converter, that is the file module name is converter, and the first docstring is given here, and next is file, the location of the file, and next functions. So the first function name cm of x and the docstring given inside that, and m of y the next function and the docstring given inside that function. Next we will see how to import modules in a Python program. If we need to use some function definitions inside a module, we need to import the module in the program. The import statement can be used in two different forms. Let us see one by one. The first form is import the module name. This will import the entire module. See the example, import math. So if I import math module, I can use all the mathematical functions that are defined inside this module. The next form of import statement is from module name import object. See the example, from math import sqrt. So from this statement, it is understood that I can use only this sqrt function in my program. No other function can be used in my program from math module. And from math import star, it means that from math module import all the functions. Here we can get a question, from math import star and import math are almost same, then where comes the difference? Let us see. If you import the entire module using this import math statement, we need to mention the module name like this. See, print math.sqrt of 16. Suppose if we import any particular function, it is easily understood. We need not use the module name. We can simply say print sqrt of 16. And if you use this statement from math import star, here also we need not use the module name. Straight away we can use the function name. So that makes the difference between this import math and from math import star. I hope you have understood. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give a like and share it with your friends and subscribe our channel so that you will get the notification immediately whenever we upload a video. And another information, The notes for this video is there in the description section of this video. Please make use of it.